Today on Turbo Tortoise Tech, we've got images sharper than your mom's favorite kitchen knife. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome back to T3 Tech. My name is Reese Wookie XXL Crossley, and we have an awesome monitor here for you on review today. We have the brand spanking new Alienware 240Hz G-Sync. Now, these have been around actually for a little bit of time, but we've decided to snatch one up and give it a good once over and see what it's all about. And very, very willingly, I might add, the 240Hz panel on here is absolutely sublime. Now, it is a 1 millisecond panel. It does have an 8-bit color depth, and it does have all the awesome periscope neck rotation, as we will show you now. So you can take this baby up and down, okay, all the way up and down, as well as you will be able to rotate it. So it can go all the way over to this side and then a full 180 back around the other side. So if you are doing multi workloads, if you're doing design as well as gaming, this is going to be simply fantastic. It does have an incredibly thin bezel as well. When I was taking it out, I was actually a little bit dumbfounded by how thin it is. It's got one of the best periscope necks I've actually ever seen on a monitor as well. Being able to go up and down is just the opening of its party piece. It can go as well from a tilt over to the left or to the right, which is simply fantastic, especially when you're going to be wanting to be seated in the what I like to call the esports intimacy position, where you turn the monitor like so, and then you'll have your keyboard over this side and your mouse on this side. It does do that quite well. The legs, however, are a little bit on the longer side. They do kind of encroach onto your playing space a little bit, but they are incredibly well made. They're full aluminium and nicely anodized and finished, so they do look fantastic. One nice thing around the back of the monitor, we see a really nice cable management system here on the bottom. It doesn't have any clips, but it does run straight through the base of the monitor, and it does make managing cables on your desk a lot easier. Having a look quickly as well at the cable cover on the bottom, we see that it slides off quite easily to reveal the input and power ports. The only complaint I have a little bit about this is that the plastic for the door here is a little bit thin. It's a little bit on the flexible side. So I do worry about continued removal, that at some point these little tabs over here are probably going to break off. But if you're not moving it around a lot, and if you do take good care of your stuff, you really shouldn't run into any issues there. The overall presentation and look of this monitor, as you can see on the back side of it, is really, really pretty. A lot of the awesome looking design is kind of lost at the back of the monitor, which is a little bit of a shame, to be honest, because it is really, really good looking. Now let's talk about using this beautiful Alienware 25-inch 240Hz G-Sync display. The first thing I noticed was the actual colors and contrast are vastly superior to older TN panels. When I set up my 2411Z, I like to go for about 10% extra on the brightness and contrast and about 70% saturation, and this I do for games like CSGO, where you need to have kind of high contrast in colors to be able to see better. It actually makes it a lot nicer as well when you're playing other games like Overwatch that are very color rich, and it makes just the overall usage experience a lot nicer. Dirt looks better, everything pretty much looks better when you do this. I do also max out all of the color palettes on my monitors and turn up the red above the blue slightly because I prefer a warmer color, and I'm going to be using low blue light filter to kill out the blue light that does come through, because that emulates the sun and that's what keeps you up at night and stops you from going to bed. So it is a really nice feature to have on these monitors. Now, the major thing though with the Alienware is that monitor is so sharp. If you increase the sharpness, you can literally start to see almost borders around individual pixels. It's so sharp. The overall user experience of having 240 Hz with G-Sync is just absolutely phenomenal. It really is something to behold, and the difference, I would say, is like going from 60 to 144 as much as from 144 to 240. Without the G-Sync, it just feels incredibly smooth. It is noticeably smoother. It doesn't seem, you can't kind of see the response time, but when you factor in G-Sync along with that, it just I don't have words, guys. I don't have words. I'm now at a loss. Why did I have to take this monitor back? Please, I want it for my life. So in conclusion then, I would say that 240 Hz gaming, especially when you factor in the experience of G-Sync, is that next leap forward in imaging technology, at least when it comes to high refresh rate panels. The jump from 144 to 240 wasn't actually that noticeable. It did seem very smooth, but it wasn't something to write home about until I turned the G-Sync on. Then it was absolutely fantastic. I literally cannot stress how clear and how nice it is, especially when you're getting 100 to say 150 FPS in your games. It becomes simply phenomenal. Your ability to react and see things coming out of corners is unparalleled. It's just been simply fantastic. I don't want to give it back. Don't make me give it back. I want to give. Take my word for it. It really is simply phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode on Turbo Tortoise Tech. Don't make me give it back. I want to give it where. If you guys don't like this video, please hit us up with a like and subscribe, or Hard Eddie will come and sort you out.